Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. In this video, I'm gonna compare the Sony's Xperia XA2 and one of the flagship phones from Sony, the XZ1. So let's see what are the major differences between these handsets, and starting off with the physical aspects, the construction materials are gonna be the same, which is aluminium frame and aluminium back. Both handsets are coming with 5.2-inch display being 16:9 in aspect ratio, but the XZ1 is gonna be a bit more longer and wider than the XA2, while the XA2 is gonna be more thicker than the XZ1. The size difference is definitely because of the screen to body ratio, which is 75% on the XA2 versus lower 68% on the XZ1, means thin bezels on the XA2, but the XA2 is also gonna be weighing more than the XZ1. Both handsets are gonna have on-screen buttons, and the fingerprint scanner is on the side of the XZ1 versus on the back of the XA2, but the XZ1 came to US without the fingerprint scanner. Now that's not gonna be the case with the XA2. We are also gonna have front-facing stereo speakers on the XZ1, which are gonna make the audio listening experience better on the handset, and the XA2 does not have these. There's USB Type-C port along with the headphone jack on both handsets, and at last the XZ1 is gonna be fully protected against water versus no protection on the XA2. Coming to the display, and it's gonna be IPS LCD on both handsets. The screen resolution is also same, which is 1920 by 1080p Full HD, so the display is gonna be exactly the same sharp on both handsets. The display on the XZ1 is gonna be better in color reproduction and does support HDR videos versus the XA2 does not. To protect these screens, there is Gorilla Glass 4 on the XA2 versus Gorilla Glass 5 on the XZ1. As for the performance, there is Snapdragon 835 on the XZ1, the best chipset in the Android smartphones right now, versus Snapdragon 630 on the XA2. The architecture technology on the XA2 is gonna be 14nm versus more advanced 10nm on the XZ1, means the XZ1 is gonna be more efficient and more powerful in terms of performance, and the RAM memory is also more 4GB on the XZ1 versus 3GB on the XA2. So yeah, the XZ1 is definitely gonna be better in terms of performance. The XA2 is coming with 32GB of internal storage versus 64GB on the XZ1, and on both handsets we can increase the storage via microSD card. Coming to the camera, and it's gonna be 23 megapixels on the XA2 with the aperture f2.0 versus 19 megapixels on the XZ1 with same aperture f2.0. The camera sensor size is 1/2.3 on both handsets, which is the biggest available in smartphones, means more detailed images and less noise in low light conditions. For defocusing, there is face detection and laser autofocus on the XZ1 versus only face detection on the XA2, and both handsets does not have optical image stabilization, but the XZ1 does have the electronic image stabilization, which helps in video recording. Both handsets can capture 4K videos at 30fps, and the XA2 records 120fps slow motion videos versus the XZ1 captures 960fps 720p videos, which is insane. The XZ1 is the only phone in the world that can capture such high frame rate video, so personally I love playing with slow motion feature, and so I love this feature too. The front camera is gonna be 13 megapixels on the XZ1 versus 8 megapixels on the XA2, where the aperture size is larger on the XZ1. The XZ1 is also coming with larger sensor size on the front, so the detail is gonna be higher on the handset, where the XA2 is coming with wider field of view, which is 120 degrees, and it is super wide, and Sony did not specify it on the XZ1, means it's gonna be close to normal, which is 80 to 85 degrees. At last, for the battery, the XZ1 is coming with 2700 mAh battery versus larger 3200 mAh on the XA2, so the battery backup is definitely gonna be higher on the XA2. Wireless charging is not present on both handsets, but the fast charging is, as Quick Charge 3 on both handsets. So this is it for this video guys. Let me know what do you guys think about both handsets, and I will see you guys in my next video. Peace out.